Hi all, welcome back to my YouTube video. So this one is going to be quite a quick one. I'm working on a family portrait, my family, for my mum's birthday. Now she's already received it by the time this video is coming out, which is great, but I'll explain how it all came about and everything in the video, so let's get straight to it. Okay, so I completely lied. This is not actually a quicker video. It's slightly shorter than my usual videos, but not by a whole lot. So this idea was actually from my little brother, who I'm currently working on now, and he originally wanted this as a gift for my mum for Christmas. But unfortunately, he wanted it like 2 weeks before Christmas, and I was already doing quite a lot of commissions, dog portraits and things over Christmas that I just didn't have the time to also fit this one in. So we settled on giving it to her for her birthday, which is in February, so that worked out perfectly fine, and it gave me plenty of time to work on this. And he constantly pestered me all throughout January. When am I starting it? Have I started it yet? Constantly wanting to know about it. And he was adamant that he wanted all 6 of us in the photo, well, in the drawing I should say, and he helped me choose the photos and everything of what faces, how he wanted them positioned and everything in the drawing. So it was really lovely to be able to work with him on this. So I initially sketched them out in my small sketchbook. I'll try and put a picture up here. And I did them separately. So I did my little brother, mum's partner and my mum all together, and then I did me and my 2 sisters on the separate page, just because I couldn't fit them all together, but it gave me the sort of sizing that I wanted. And obviously I had to check with Mark that it was all okay, and then we put them onto this, and I use toned paper. So this is actually Strathmore toned paper. It's toned grey, and the reason why I wanted to do this, because I was going to be working in colour pencil, I find it very helpful to actually work with a tone already on the page. It makes it a lot easier for then being able to do your shadows and highlights and just being able to get everything into that correct tone, I guess. But yeah, so it does make it a lot easier because your highlights will really stand out, and so do your darks, and then your midtones kind of blends in with the grey of the page. So it makes the whole process a lot easier when coming to actually work on this. Now I am actually using watercolour pencils. It's a set I've had for a while, but I find them really useful for this sort of work. They work really well on this paper, and because the paper is good quality and it is designed for mixed media, when I later go in with some water to smooth out the skin tone, it doesn't buckle the paper at all, so the paper quality held up really well with this watercolour pencil. I was contemplating using gouache, but I just felt like I wanted something that, I don't know, colour pencil is something that I started off with, like as most of us do, we start off with crayons and colour pencil and things. And where I was being asked to work on this, it was at a time when I was very stressed out, as you would have known from my previous videos. And I just wanted something that I could go back to basics with and just enjoy again, because this was a project that I really wanted to do well. Obviously, it was for my mum's birthday. It meant a lot because it's all of us together, which was really important. So I wanted to do it well, and I just felt like I needed to go back to something that I just had a little bit more control over and could just go back to the sheer enjoyment of creating artwork. And in all honesty, with Mark constantly pestering me to get this done and going back to using something simple like colour pencil and just being able to work on this, it really did help as part of that re-motivation, getting back into artwork and enjoying it. I will note that unfortunately on this face, which is my beautiful sister Derry, I don't actually do it justice, and I did mess up a little bit, and I was very, very frustrated, but as usual I left it to very last minute, and I didn't have the time to re-sort it out before I was due to give my mum the gift. So I really apologise if you're watching this, but no, it's something where I just needed to work on the shadows and highlights a little bit more than what I did. I just didn't put the nose in correctly, and it kind of threw the whole piece out, and it was very frustrating. But by the point at the end, I'd done so much and almost overworked it so much that yeah, there was just no saving it anymore. But the rest of the piece looks really good and I was really happy with it. Normally on a commission I would actually give myself a good 3 to 4 weeks to work on it so that I can do several drafts versions if I need to. So I always do my initial sketch out in the little sketchbook that you saw, or sometimes in my bigger sketchbook depending on what I'm sketching. So I'll always do that first and send that to whoever has requested the commission to make sure they're happy with the base of it, and then I'll make whatever changes that they want, and then I'll go on to doing it onto the actual final version, whether it's on paper or however they've requested it. I will then do that and again send it to them to make sure that they're all happy with it, and again any changes that want to be done, and then I will do the first layer and then I'll layer it up. And then if on that final version they then go, oh no, not happy with this, or oh I messed something up like what I did here, then I've got enough time that I can restart if needed. But for this I didn't really leave myself enough time. It was for my mum, so I was kind of taking a couple of liberties in being able to make a couple of mistakes, and it not, obviously it matters to me because I see it and it's something that I am going to correct. But it didn't have to be perfect straight away for the final bit. She just needed to open it and see it and be happy with it. And then those extra little bits that I've seen that I can be like, okay, that's the problem, that's what I need to change, I can actually re-go in and do that. But I will be doing that obviously after I've done this video. So yeah, so that is, it will get corrected and everything and it will get sorted out. It's just I didn't quite leave myself enough time before it was my mum's birthday to actually do all of that. And I really wanted her to have it on her birthday rather than having to wait for it. So yeah, apologies to my sister for messing up her nose, but it will get fixed. But yeah, so now I'm going in with a brush. Now, I don't actually use a lot of water. I use very, very minimal water, and I'm constantly re-wetting it and then drying it slightly on a piece of tissue and then going in. The reason for this is watercolour pencils are amazing because you can use them as a normal coloured pencil, but you can also go in with a tiny bit of water, smooth out all those markings, and then you can reapply when it's all completely dry with a little bit more pencil, which is what I do to tone up, so lighten up some of the faces, put in those extra highlights, and I do it here trying to correct my sister's face that I kind of messed up. But yeah, so it is something that I do enjoy working with. I think colour pencil is really nice, and watercolour's got a added benefit of being able to smooth out the layer that you're working on and then be able to add in even more detail. Okay, well that's it. I am just going to add in a couple of stars that my little brother's just requested. I've literally just asked him now, so I'm going to add that in, but that's pretty much it for this video. I know it was a bit shorter and that, but I just wanted to show something a bit different, just kind of show what I am able to do and just work with a different type of medium that I haven't really worked before on this channel. So yeah, so if you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and if you're interested in a portrait for yourself or another family member or anything like that, then you can always drop me an email, which is all listed below, if you feel like it, but no pressure. Yeah, I just wanted to do something a bit more meaningful to myself and everything because this is my YouTube channel, so why not? I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in next week's video.